Don't fool with it. Don't fool with it. It always makes me laugh. It says live. That's why I'm always wondering, is it or isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay, so hello, everybody. I'm Kirsten Peck. This is my homeroom for success. It's 3 o'clock here on October 15th here in St. Petersburg, Florida, where I'm at. It's a beautiful day. Although it's gotten back to being warm again, I think the summer is still kind of hanging on. We're just not quite ready to give it up yet, which is good. I always like it nice and warm. And anyway, I am here every day talking with students that are in my Smart Start Challenge. It is a 31-day competition within yourself to look and identify things that you are interested in working on, things that you are passionate about, things that really also upset you. We're going to talk about some things that need to get changed in the world. And each day you're spending a little bit of time just kind of thinking about the future and making plans for the future, learning some skills to help make it come into existence that much easier, and really just kind of turning things around for the upside in this 31-day challenge. So every day I'm here and I'm talking about different topics that are in the challenge, and as well as things that are happening here in my life, so that you're getting to know a little bit about me as your teacher here for Miss Peck. And so one of the things in the challenge we've talked about is self-care and how important it is to take care of yourself, to really think about it and to pay attention to the foods that you eat, how much water you drink, how much sleep you get every night, and I mean, literally how you're treating your body. And making some promises to yourself, making some routines in the morning that kick your day off and getting it started in the right way, and really focusing on taking care of your body. And in that, I mentioned a couple weeks ago that as part of the challenge, I've signed up for a yoga studio, and I've been taking 4 classes a week, and I'm very proud of myself. Today was the 11th class that I've taken in these 3 weeks that I've been doing it. And the 12th one is on Saturday. And it's really funny because it's so true that when you start working out and you start having a schedule and you start making these plans for things that you want to have happen in your life, how they all happen in your life, but then so many more things start coming your way as well. And it's this progress and it's this forward movement that you can get started. And so that's part of this challenge, is learning all of these little tricks and all of these little steps along the way to just make sure that you're in the top performance that you can be, so that you can reach for the highest goals and become the champion and have the most awesome life that you want to have. So self-care and taking care of the body. I am also in these challenges, as I'm doing homeroom, I kind of like to look to history and look to some things that have happened in the past, famous people and things that they went through and things we can learn from. And today, actually in history, is a Nobel Peace Prize Day. It is from 1993. And again, I have some notes here, so I'm going to glance down and make sure I get the story right, because it is an unbelievable story that is rooted in this idea of self-care and taking care of yourself and what you truly believe in. So in 1993, the Nobel Peace Prize was given to Nelson Mandela and a gentleman named F.W. DeKirk, who was the president of South Africa at the time, and Nelson Mandela, who was a political activist who had been imprisoned over civil rights in South Africa. And so the Nobel Prize today was given at the end of the story, for making this change of unbelievable politics. And a little bit of background information, just quickly here because it's a fascinating story, and I would really encourage you to look into it if you don't know the story and you haven't heard about it. It's during your lifetime, but it might have happened when you were just babies even. So the story actually started way back in the 1800s when the Dutch country of the Netherlands, from the European country, had occupied land in South Africa, in the southern part of Africa, and made it a white-only colonial empire of the Netherlands. And this whites-only government, very segregated, very separated. The people of color were not allowed to have jobs, have education. The history of it is absolutely horrible. So this gentleman, Nelson Mandela, when he was a young man, he was able to get an education, and he was actually an attorney in 1944 when he was a young man at 26 years old. And he started organizing in a civil rights fashion to try and get Africans to have equal rights to the white Afrikaners, they were called, that were from the Netherlands originally. And so by 1962, so by the time he was 44 years old, so about 20 years he spent belonging in different organizations, protesting, peacefully marching, trying to do things, and yet getting arrested over and over and over. In 1962, he was finally arrested and thrown into prison for his actions, trying to get freedom and rights for the African people. And he spent 27 years in hard prison because of his belief that his people, the Africans, should be equal in a country that is theirs, that's their land. And so my point, and back to the self-care, is that I can't imagine spending 27 years in a prison in horrible conditions, sleeping on the floor, sleeping with hundreds of people, hot, smelly, no bathrooms, horrible food for 27 years. I can't believe it, because he was not going to live. I remember this as I was younger during these days, that during the 80s, up until when this happened in 1993, that all during the 80s was this whole push, and when Amnesty International started getting involved in this whole global movement to force the South African government to change their apartheid laws. And I mean, this huge shift of political overthrow from history, and it's anniversary of today for the Nobel Peace Prize. So, oddness of history and things to learn, and just more amazing things that have happened in the past, and stories that we can hear about and learn about and take something forward now going forward, And so, Nelson Mandela was elected president in 1994 of South Africa. He served for a term and then went on to do more philanthropic work of making sure that more funding was given and more rights were given, and that the growth of the country really has been able to sustain and come into play. And so now, 20 years later, it's something that we don't even, like I said, I bet you guys don't even really know all the story, because it has been these 20 years and things have changed, and we don't realize how close we are to that history. And then how close we are to it still here in America, and we're still having the issues, and we're still struggling here in my own community. And I just can't imagine how that works, and how we're all the same, So back to the self-care, and you'll see here, this is me getting a little choked up sometimes, because it's really important to me that we all get along, and that we can be productive with everyone being productive. The rising tide lifts all boats, So That's part of me. That's part of what the Smart Start Challenge is about. And I hope that you're ready for the challenge and you're ready to get this kicked off. We're launching next week. I keep bringing all the pieces together and hopefully getting it so that it's really ready to launch and get everybody start working on it. I'm so excited. So the website is called askmisspeck.com. You can go over there, look and find out more information about me and about the program. The homeroom every day is here at 3:00 for students to learn more about me, hear more about the challenge. And like I said, it's 15 minutes a day, just kind of thinking about things and putting perspective on life and setting goals of what do you want to accomplish. And then let's go get it, because success is something that you can learn how to do. And I want to show you how. So let me know if you guys are interested. Hit me up down here on the messages. Send me an email, askmisspeck.com. Thanks. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.